Okay, guys, MeleeProfessor. Cody retires again. Cody retires again. I've watched this whole video. This is kind of annoying. Or semi-retires. Let's just listen to Cody for 1 second.
I'm have a really hard time the older I get. The game isn't getting bigger. It's not.
Right, you got to get a sponsor, Cody. You got to get a sponsor. You got to stop making videos like these. You got to get a sponsor, just like a lot of the other top players have. You got to get a sponsor. You got to beat Zane. You're probably the second best player in the world. Skill level, you might even be the best. It's just the EQ. The EQ is not there. Zane has 10 times the EQ of Cody. I know he's complaining he's going to semi-retire. Guys, it's a lot harder to retire from this game than you think. This is the last matchup. Let me pause this for a second. You got to watch out my retire video. You know, I do cover almost every possible topic on this channel. It's much harder to semi-retire or retire from this game than you think if you're a pro player. Let's take Cody, for example, in your 30s. Now, some of these guys have good academic backgrounds. Nobody cares if you were a video game player for the past 10 years. You have very limited work experience, very limited academic achievement. So, like, it's going to be tough out there, guys. Your job you get might not be, you know, you're going to go from number 2 in the world at something or number 1 in the world at something to just above the minimum wage. So that's going to be tough. You know, depending, some of these guys are engineers, though, obviously. Depending on your academic level, work history, couple nice up airs by Zane. This was a 3-1. I don't want to call Cody a little bit of a sore loser. I'm obviously very pro Zane on this channel. But yeah, check out my video, guys. It's a lot harder to retire than you think. Cody's got to get a sponsor. Somebody please, I'm not trashing Cody's video. Somebody please sponsor this guy because we want to see Cody in Collision. He's pretty much in that video. He said him and Zane are way above everyone else, which I agree with. He pretty much surrendered 2025 to Zane. Now, one of our subscribers, I just answered, actually thinks Zane has been better so far. I don't know if I agree with that because he said the caliber of tournaments, the Zane won, the 3 Zane won, where Bailey and the 3 Cody won. But Cody's been much better in the smaller tournaments than Zane. Also, Zane collapsed in 2 tournaments. You know, Cody didn't really collapse completely in 2 tournaments. Cody's got 1 second. Then again, Zane's got 1 second too in the majors. Oh, no, Cody's got 2 seconds. So, yeah, right away, I think Cody's been the better player so far of 2025. But I'd be saying on the channel, by the way, I learned a lot from this video. There's a lot more majors this year. There's a lot more majors this year. Let's listen to Cody. Cody was saying he's broke, can't get to the tournaments. No vacation with the girlfriend, blah, 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 blah. Cody, you got to get a sponsor. My advice to Cody is you got to do whatever you could do to get a sponsor. He's always complaining he's broke. Maybe try to stream a little better. I don't think this is Cody's channel. No, this is just some guy who just copied his video. I hate when people do that. I always try to add my own spin to it. You know, you got to get a sponsor. You got to use, this is my advice to Cody. Let's change this from a criticizing Cody video to an advice to Cody video. You got to use your brand, which would be Cody, I guess. I don't know what it would be. You got to use your brand to build more of a social media following. Mango and HBox are masters at this. Mango and HBox are masters at this. These guys make a lot of money on Twitch. They make a lot of money streaming. They get different gigs. You know, Cody, and believe it or not, Zane is not necessarily great at this either. Zane really tried to do it with the quote-unquote suck Tua, Kirby. You know, trying to increase his brand. He was doing some wacky stuff. Guys, he was doing all that on purpose just to get views. You obviously understand that. Couple nice up airs by Zane. This was the 3-1. This was the 3-1. This was a close set, but Zane was just a hair better. He was hair better in pools. He was way better in doubles. He was way better in grand finals, rather, not doubles. He doesn't enter doubles. So, guys, yeah, Collision's coming up soon. We're only 2 minutes into this fight. Collision's coming up soon, as Cody said in that video. Make sure you check out that video. I always watch the pro players' videos. You know, but Cody should take my advice. He should take my advice. He's got to get a sponsor. He's got to build his brand. He's got to build his brand. I'm not trashing these pro players. I don't know. I don't know their work experience and academic background outside of Melee. But just based on common sense, remember, Cody was IDBW. These guys have so much time invested. This is their career. They have so much time invested into this. It's going to be tough to go to the public sector or private sector. Like, it's going to be tough to make that jump. You're not going to be making as much money as you think. Trust me on this. At least for a while. I'm not saying these are dumb guys. They're going to figure it out in a while. But right off the get-go, Cody, you're not, you know, if you're only making X amount of money in public or private sector to start out, you're not taking any elaborate vacations year one out anyway. However, if you could build your brand, and beat Zane, yes, he's got a point. The prize money isn't that great here. But if you combine, like just right here, Zane's made almost $30,000. Zane's made about $30,000 this year. Plus you figure, Plus, you got to figure the payments from there. I'm forgetting my words right now. I've been talking so much, advising our players on economics, which I am, of course, not qualified to do it all. But I'm going to do it anyway because this is the channel. Zane, of course, has a good brand. Zane, of course, has great sponsors. You know, Cody needs to get a great sponsor. Hopefully, some sponsors will watch this video. Not that we get many views on our channel. Somebody needs to sponsor Cody. We don't want to see Cody semi-retire. These guys say they're going to semi-retire all the time. This is not an unusual phenomenon. It happens a lot. Hope everyone's having a good Friday night. Stay with my channel. Stay with our channel this weekend. I will be dropping a lot more videos. Hopefully, Cody could enter Collision, make a comeback for 2025, and does not semi-retire. See you guys.